What's up, YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood GM, your host, Coach Key. And welcome to Legends and Dice Cafe, where we learn about tabletop RPGs from old school to modern and do lots and lots of solo gameplay. Back with my weekly video, like I do on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's video was Patreon's choice, and they picked a solo session 0 using Mothership RPG, which I have never played before. We're going to do our adventure prep and set the foundation for the adventure that I'm probably going to make 2 characters. If I need to make more characters or bring more characters into the game, then I absolutely will. And they also have hirelings too, so it's a pretty cool system, and I'm looking forward to playing it as well. As always, don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button so YouTube will push it out to more and more people. And if you'd like to further support the channel, hop on over to Patreon and subscribe to Legends and Dice Cafe. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm excited. Let's do it. So Mothership is a sci-fi horror RPG. This right here is the Warden's operational manual. This has some really good information in it, and not only is it good information, but it's packed into a very small amount. It's perfect. This is a Mothership adventure called Dead Planet. Now, I'm not going to be using this for the adventure, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pull a few things from it. I think some NPCs, some monsters for my adventure. And it's got some interesting maps on here too where I can pull some ideas from. We're going to use this to create the foundation of our adventure. So we'll know what type of adventure we're going on, and for the most part, what kind of map I need to create and what kind of tables and what kind of story, because I'm going to add a little bit more to the story and stuff. So we'll be using this in a few minutes. So first, we're going to start off, we're going to create our Mothership character. And I made sure this is the very first time that I've ever created a Mothership character. And I know there are other ways to creating characters as well. So maybe it's supplements and stuff, I guess. And this is a really cool character sheet. It takes you step by step on creating. So we'll even start right here. So rolling your stats. So for the most part, we might not even, except for maybe like the trinkets and a couple other things, we can just use this character sheet right here to actually create our characters. So you roll 60-10 for each of your stats. And from my knowledge, you not only roll those 60-10, oh, I only pulled 2 out. Duh, right? Here we go. So I'm gonna definitely have to roll on a lighter surface, but someone is taking a nap. So what I was gonna say was for their ability scores, from my knowledge, you roll as is and stuff. You don't get to swap out and stuff like that. So first we're gonna roll for our ability scores. So for my strength, 33. So now we're gonna do our speed. So let's see. So my next score is gonna be a 35. Yep, that's 35. Hopefully I'm calculating that correct. If this is your first time checking out Mothership and learning character creation and learning the rules, we're going to be learning together, okay? So let's see. Next is going to be our intellect. Let's see. All right, my next score is going to be 32. And then we're going to do combat. So let me see. Did we start? Yeah, we started at number 1. All right, cool. So my next score is going to be 38. All right, so we're going to go step by step in here. So we're at number 1. So we're going to go to number 2. So number 2, we're going to pick a class. We're going to open up the book just so we can check out and see what those type of classes are. Yeah, I'm going to probably do more than one character, but first, we'll start with this first one right here. So let's see. Here we go. Pick a class. I was thinking I kind of want to be a scientist, to be honest. So let's see. So you've got Teamsters are the rough and tumble crew and workers out in space. If Ripley from Aliens is your hero, you want to play a Teamster. Scientists are doctors, researchers, and anyone who wants to slice open aliens or infected crew members. Sounds interesting. With a scalpel. Something I wouldn't want to do, like, in reality. But androids are a terrifying and exciting addition to any crew. They tend to unnerve other crew with their cold inhumanity. And then Marines are here to shoot bugs and chew bubblegum. They're handy in a fight and good when grouped together. But whenever a Marine panics, if it may cause problems for the rest of the crew. I'm thinking I actually want to I'll probably do a Teamster and a Scientist. So I think today we'll create the Scientist. I'm going to put a scribble in the bubble. And then it already has your scores. Let's see, 25. I got to get a little closer to see it. This is, oh my gosh. I don't know why I didn't even think about it. Look at this. I'm so silly. Okay, 40, 25, 25, and 30. And we get 10% bonus to our intellect. Right up here, it even tells you, so your stress, it starts at 2, and then your resolve starts at 0. Let's see, and then your health is your strength plus your strength times 2, so that's 33 times. So what is that, 66? I have a 66 health. All right, so here we go. Number 3 right here is your skills. So you mark your skills starting and you spend your skill points. So this is going to be kind of small right here. Let's see if it'll focus. All right, so maybe that'll work. All right, so each one of those classes, each one of the classes, they have their own specific, what do you call it? They come with, they automatically come with trained skills, and then you're able to spend your skill points. So we picked the scientist right here. So we're gonna scribble in this scientist right here. My scientist has 3. They get 3 skill points that I can spend, but I get to also pick 2 of these. I can pick either biology, hydroponics, geology, computers, mathematics, and chemistry. So I'm thinking chemistry and biology. So I'm going to circle in those 2, biology and chemistry. And then I'm just going to put a little extra right here so then I can distinguish it a little better. I'm probably going to maybe use a highlighter for that. So, well, I'm pretty sure I can remember. So I've got chemistry and I've got biology. And I also get 3 skill points that I can spend. So I can go an expert and spend 2 of the skill points in genetics. And that would mean I have 1 skill point left. So I would only be able to pick from the trained skills. Ooh, mysticism sounds. So maybe archaeology and then spend 2 to go to mysticism. That sounds pretty interesting. Ooh, firearms. Oh, close combat, athletics. So I wanted my scientist, maybe instead of having multiple characters, maybe I can turn my scientist into something, you know, something very useful. So let me see. I kind of want to do what? I'm so torn. I don't know. Okay, maybe first aid. So I'll do first aid, and that leaves me with 2 skill points left. Because I think first aid will be good. And maybe I'll spend them here. I'll go scavenging right here. And then, so I've got 1 more left. Heavy machinery. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe military training. Just in case I don't want to build another character. So we'll do that. All right, so next up, so we're going to go to number 4. So take note of how your class deals with stress and panic. And we picked the scientist. So whenever a scientist fails a sanity save, every friendly player nearby gains 1 stress. All right, so what do we have next? So we're at number 5, 4. So the next thing we're going to do to your loadout. So picking a starting loadout and roll a random trinket and a packet and a patch. Let's see. It looks like we're almost done creating our character. And then the next step is I'm going to show you the process that I'm going to go through in order to create the story that I'm going to go on. So let's see. Or we're going to go on if you're going to stay tuned. So boom, boom, boom. This would be pretty cool. Each one, it looks like it comes with a bunch of different things. Let's see. So if I do the examination, scalpel, let's see, those are the many different things that I get. And let's see. Exploration comes with a first aid kit, survivor kit, water filter. Okay, this might be a good deal. So I might do the exploration. And I get a flare gun and a ridging gun. Oxygen tank, long range comms, oxygen tank, survival kit, water filter. Yeah, I'm gonna go with exploration for my loadout for this particular one. And then we already jumped ship and we already did our stress. So you know your stress, you start at 2, and then your resolve is gonna be at 0. I'm pretty sure we are gonna be a level 0, and I think for the name Ashra. Ashra. So now what I was going to do as far as the ship goes, there is a pre-generated one on here, and I was going to use that one. And I'm going to use this one, but I'm definitely going to call it a different name. And I might change the design of the map or the layout out as well. But I'm definitely going to utilize this part right here. Let's see. Yep. So, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to start on where I'm going to start as far as prepping for my adventure using the Warden's operational manual. So, and it gives you a kind of a step-by-step guide right here on how to prep for your session, get organized, invite your players, invite your friends to play, read the rule book, choose a starting scenario. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to choose a starting scenario, and I kind of already know what I want to go with. And I was thinking exterminate an otherworldly threat. No one goes outside anymore. They've been scratching at the walls for days, and the company has made their decision. Wipe them out by any means necessary. Just bring back a sample for testing when you're done, a living one. All right, so we're going to exterminate an otherworldly threat. So let's see what we've got next. And next up on our list is and let's have this information out here as well as far as your setting. So for your first time, for your first game of Mothership, let's keep things simple. A nice 2 to 3 session that doesn't overstay its welcome and has your players coming back for more. All we need is one self-contained location with lots of potential for trouble. So I was going to actually do that since it was a starter adventure for myself, my very first time playing. So what I was going to do was roll on this setting and see if I get something decent. So let's see. So we got a 6. So a mining colony. Okay. So that's where, let's see. So our setting. All right. So now we're going to go back to this page right here, prepping for the session. See how cool this is right here? Right here, right? So the next thing is to find the horror. So start with something that makes your skin crawl and build from there. A good horror includes a transgression that awakens an omen of its arrival, its appearance or manifestation, a way for the players to defeat the horror through some kind of banishment, and finally, the effects the horror has as it slumbers, awaiting its return. So let's see, I'm pretty sure that section is right here. So we're going to roll on this. I was thinking maybe roll on. So you've got transgressions, omens, manifestations, banishment, and slumber. So we got a number 5, studying arcane text. That sounds pretty interesting. All right, so I added on there reading from a forbidden book. So as a reminder, because that's probably where I'm going to go with that one right there. So let's see. Next up, well, let me see what the next one. So the omen is visions of future victims. That sounds pretty interesting. Visions of future victims. Okay. Yeah, I think I might stick with that. So that's for the omen. All right, so we've got for our omen visions of future victims. And for manifestation, a deranged killer. Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. Okay, deranged. So a deranged killer. So our scenario is exterminate an otherworldly threat. Setting is going to be in a mining colony. Our transgression so far is studying arcane texts, reading from a forbidden book, and the omen is visions of future victims. So for manifestation, deranged killer, and let's see what's up next right here. A human banishment is a human sacrifice. Oh my god, I think that would be so cool. Like a make-believe world though, not like reality. But it sounds like it'd be an interesting story, an interesting horror story. And let's see, for slumber, hallucinations, reoccurring hallucinations. I'm gonna go with this one right here. Awaits next transgression. So human sacrifice, and then for slumber. So and next one is awaiting the transgression. Let's see what we have next. So the next thing is gonna be something to solve. Once you found your horror, the next thing you need to create is a dilemma or series of obstacles where your players must choose between surviving the nightmare, solving the mystery, or saving the day. So I'm going to actually do that part off screen, but that's going to be my next step right here. And then, so I'm going to actually end the video here so I don't make it too long. But that's the next thing that I'm going to work on. And if you're interested in seeing it live and maybe helping me out along the way, leave a comment below and I can do this part live and filling in like maybe the tables and stuff like that. Because I had a little list of different tables. I wanted to definitely have a table for puzzles, traps, treasures like weapons, rations, clues, credits, and I want to work on some different, more of the storyline, so more of the adventure and the story behind the adventure, so that way I can create like some story info. And then for encounters, I've got tons and tons of books, and I'll show you on screen the next video when I do session 2. When I do session 1 on where I found some of that information, and then someone to save, and then map it out and final details. It gives you a step-by-step layout on honestly how to create your solo adventure or a start to it. So, and then again, I was going to use this right here. It has some monsters in the back, and then it has a few maps, different designs, different layouts and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then it also has some NPCs as well that I'm going to utilize. So I'm going to pull a few things from this book to create it, but this is going to be this is how we created our foundation. So now again, we know where to start. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch the video. Stay tuned for session 1 of Mothership coming very, very soon. Next week, since it is the holidays for some people, I am going to take a break from recording and do a little bit of reading and relaxing and probably some mat making. And I'm probably going to, I was thinking, I don't know what you guys think, but I was considering going live to finish up how I'm going to create my tables and everything and doing it on live. So if you guys are interested in checking that out and assisting me with creating my Mothership adventure, let me know. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on anything I drop on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed the last week's video, definitely go and check it out. My spouse and I did a session 0 creating our character and our campaign prep using 5 parsecs from home. I'll see you guys not next week, but the following week. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have an awesome weekend. And if you celebrate the holidays, then have a fantastic holiday. I'll see you guys back here the week after next. So, yeah, see you guys.